branch of engineering, and dates back at least 5,000 years to the profession of master builder involving pyramids, temples and irrigation projects. Civil engineering has become an extremely diverse field with opportunities for graduates in many areas of application. Furthermore, the use of electronic data collection methods and the application of computers have revolutionized the practice of civil engineering. The civil engineering program is designed to provide the necessary fundamentals of mathematics and the natural sciences, as well as to provide perspectives from the fields of the social sciences and humanities. The children must not know what civil engineering and who civil engineer is. Without civil engineers, a society could not function, for they are the ones who build our roads, bridges and airports and ensure that the houses we live in are structurally sound. Most of us live in houses yet don't realize that when a house is built, a civil engineer is involved. The drawings and plans for a house must be reviewed by a professional engineer, usually a civil engineer. Civil engineers also plan, design, build and maintain our roads. They also design the bridges and tunnels we use to get to work, as well as the water treatment plants and the storm water drains that bring running water, the most essential element of life, into our homes. So, whenever we drink or wash our hands, we should be grateful to civil engineers? Absolutely. Most people don't dwell on this, but whenever you turn the tap on in your sink, the water comes from a local water treatment plant. And who designed that plant? Civil engineers did. And who designed and built the distribution system that carries the water through the pipes and into your home? Civil engineers. But introducing these simple things to your children at an early age could help them to know what civil engineering is, and it will later develop interest. Vocationally, a civil engineer may focus in such areas as biomechanics, solid mechanics, fracture mechanics, elasticity, building structures, bridges, hydrology, hydraulics, sanitation, industrial wastes, water resource structures, irrigation and drainage, inland waterways, harbors, aerospace, highways, railroads, pipelines, geology, meteorology, soil mechanics, foundations, tunneling, surveying, urban and regional planning, and overall project planning. A civil engineering education may also be combined to advantage with another discipline or profession such as economics, law, medicine, or biology. The work that civil engineers do is not only essential, but also interesting, various and fun, like the kids always do. Kids always want to build a castle, a tree house, a ship, and a tall and awesome structure like skyscrapers. They are always imagining things beyond the auditory imagination. By introducing what is engineering to them, it will maintain their interest in imagining things, and it will later develop in the field of engineering. Civil engineers use math and science for their calculation, but also use design and artistic principles to build their structures. For me, this simple statement sums up what it is to be a civil engineer, a professional who has the opportunity to work on projects that not only change our physical surroundings, but also at the same time improve the lives of literally millions of people. Civil engineering is such a flexible major that you'll never get bored. You won't do the same calculation and the same number crunching over and over. You'll go through the phases of your class project quickly. These phases include planning, design, construction, operation, and maintenance. Unlike other engineers, civil engineers work on various stages of a project. They plan, design, and build a structure and also operate and maintain it. Take a bridge, for example. Civil engineers design and build it, but they also maintain the bridge. In that sense, civil engineering is uniquely versatile. Civil engineers are the one who is more than anyone else who has the opportunity to shape and manipulate the world we live in. For me, I aspire to become one of these people and work on large-scale technically demanding projects that build the life support system of modern communities. As I have always been interested in environmental sustainability issues, I would ideally like to be able to use my knowledge, experience and professionalism as a qualified engineer to safely deliver carbon neutral, sustainable, high-quality construction projects on time and within budget in the future. Ever since I was a teenager, I have always been fascinated with buildings and putting things together, although this is not the only reason for my wanting to become a civil engineer. Unlike other professions as a civil engineer, I will get the opportunity to be intimately involved in construction projects. Added to this is the intense feeling of satisfaction I will get from firstly able to physically see fruits of my labor and secondly, from leaving behind a legacy that really benefits society. Such is my interest in this field and desire to learn more at Polytechnic. Very much so. Starting as a freshman, civil engineering majors use CAD software to create fundamental designs of civil structures. Students are always working on projects in the labs, which make their work interesting and ever-developing. They design structures such as a condo unit, a single-family house, or a bridge truss. Then, in their sophomore year, civil engineering majors begin doing projects in the laboratories. The civil engineering department has many labs where students work happily on their hands-on projects. There are soil mechanics lab where they test and evaluate soil, a hydraulics lab where they learn how water flows, a structural mechanics and concrete lab where students work with the materials used in civil engineering such as concrete and steel. And perhaps that's why civil engineering is such a popular major. It's a hands-on major in which students work on a variety of design and building projects. Civil engineering majors learn to design and build the structures and infrastructures that allow an advanced society to function smoothly. And because of the important work they do, that makes civil engineering graduates are always in great demand. It is a testament to the awesome potential of civil engineering to reshape the environment, push the boundaries of physical possibilities while making a real impact by solving practical problems and ultimately engineer or inspiring contribution. Getting into engineering school requires a strong report card in math and science and courses in English, social studies and computers. Engineers should be creative, curious, analytical and detail-oriented. They should be able to work as part of a team. People skills are important. This is because engineers often work with people in a wide range of fields. To this end, any student who has an interest in the sciences, such as mathematics and physics, yet also has a passion to improve our society would make a good civil engineering major. Civil engineers are also in great demand and are well paid. So if you want a secure engineering field that offers variety and enjoyment and good compensation, you should major in civil engineering. Civil engineering graduates can choose from a variety of great careers. They can work as structural engineers or an environmental engineer, or they can work as geotechnical or transportation engineers. Others work as water resource engineers or as construction managers. A civil engineer graduate can also work for consulting engineering firms or for government agencies. Others open their own business or work in research and development. Again, civil engineering is a diverse field that offers students many options. In essence, it's a unique major that offers variety, enjoyment, and great career choices. And civil engineers are always in demand since without them, our society could not function. There is also the chance to work overseas, and starting salaries have increased at double the rate of inflation over the last 5 years, as many sectors of civil engineering experience skills shortages. The perks of the job are being able to come up with a concept building and then seeing your building 3 to 4 years later and to actually see the tangible results of your work or your children work in the future. Who knows?